Hello and welcome to the Bizarre Cinematic Universe podcast. We're back. It's been a while. The four of us are here. Me, Noah, over with Marcus.
Hello.
Mitch.
Hello.
And Evan.
I'm here.
And then Nate's just sitting in the corner on his iPad.
Per usual.
With no microphone.
Yep. So,
Season 2. We're back.
yeah, I guess it is season 2
Yeah,
of the
we went-
We're
podcast.
on a little hiatus.
We made one 8 months ago.
Was that the last one?
Yeah.
What was the title of that one?
There is no video because we tried to get the video to work.
Right.
And we've never made one.
And
I think
there's
that was when
still
my
no
head was
video!
I think that was when my head was shaved.
Yeah, you might have still been.
Yeah,
or
you
you
have
might have
hair.
been a recovering blonde.
I was a recovering blonde at that point, yes. Not much thought went into that decision.
No, there wasn't.
You ruined the continuity.
Yeah, pretty much. We had to reshoot the janitor because no.
I mean,
We
well,
we will.
we will
have to.
It's in
Eventually.
development hell.
at some point.
Yeah, the janitor is
Maybe.
in development hell pretty much.
It's kind of like Real Steel 2 right now.
that just hurt Mark on a personal level.
It did. I
You love
love
that movie.
But was
I
Real
want
Steel
it
2
to come
ever
back.
was Real Steel 2 ever shot?
It was never shot. So I guess the janitor did make it further than Real Steel 2.
Hell yeah.
But I do still want a Real
Hey,
Steel 2.
Real Steel never made it to IMDb, but we did.
Real Steel did make it to
I was just going to
IMDb.
try and
Not-
make
not
that,
the second
that
one.
connection.
The second one, actually.
See,
I
that's
might
what I'm
have.
saying. Mark,
I don't know.
go on.
So yeah, we're officially on IMDb. Everyone now has pages. The janitor has its own page. It is listed as a TV series with 6 episodes. It's not fully fleshed out yet, but the basic things are there: cast, crew, title, and I haven't checked recently to see if the pictures worked, because IMDb is not very user friendly with how you upload pictures and posters and stuff like that. So it
We're
might be
working on
up.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, probably not.
Or trivia about the series?
Well, yeah, I eventually I want to get down to that, but like the next step would be plot summary, stuff like that, which would be interesting to type out. But I'll probably get to that eventually. But yeah, everyone here, Mitch, Evan, Noah, me, we all have IMDb pages now. You can all find us. Evan is going to be adding his stuff to it.
And I'll have
Eventually.
to look into how to do that. I
I can show you sometime.
have an account,
So here's
but I
it's-
kept a
here's-
confirmation.
here's the
with
weird
email
thing.
and stuff.
You don't need the account. Well, you need an account to like create things, but you don't need it
To
to like
edit.
add credits. So like I didn't need to get your IMDb account to make you the writer or whatever on
You just place his name as
yeah,
like a
so
placeholder.
you place their name, and then you just, as things are added, it just keeps adding to your credit. And then like say, so like you can do it without him even knowing. So like if I didn't tell any of you guys would just all be on IMDb and you wouldn't know. So it's a way to, or with that, having an account, you can claim your credits. So like if someone isn't sure that it's your Evan Laurent, because there's 3 Evan Laurents on IMDb, or 2, or however many, you can go on and claim this is me. So the Evan Laurent 4 goes away and it becomes Evan Laurent 3. So
Okay.
like how I said I had to merge yours together because I must have misclicked on one of them. That's what I did. So there was 3. I think there's only 2 now.
So if there's a someone else makes a movie page or something and puts my name in the credit without merging it, oh, it just appears another.
If they so
Person.
the way it does is when there's multiple names, IMDb will ask you, is this the one you want, or is this the one you want, or is this a brand new person? So if they don't like, it'll say Evan Laurent, and then in parentheses it'll say the Janitor Saga next to it. Oh, there would be Evan Laurent. I think it was a show or movie called Phantom was the other one. So if you're not sure about either of those, it'll make a new one, Evan Laurent in parentheses Roman numeral 3.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but then like you could go on and claim this is actually me on the one that's the Janitor Saga, and then that will all merge together after they
Worked on a
review it or
project called
whatever.
Phantom.
I did not, but it was funny when I searched my name and I did not know this was an error and one of these was already made. I saw there was the top one said that I was part of the Janitor Saga, and then
Yeah.
there was the one underneath also said it. I didn't realize there were 2 accounts. I started thinking that someone
Some
else
phony
made
Evan
another
Laurent.
account, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I thought someone else
Yeah.
made an account for our pages, and
Yeah.
I was about to tell you that, hey, we're already on here, but it was just a
Yeah, so
error.
like the way I did it
We made it
is
big.
I was doing so like each episode I have to individually put in each thing. On one of them I must not have clicked the one that's a Janitor Saga and just made a new one and then keep adding onto that new one because I put my college films on there too. So like Noah, you're on there as an actor in Blind Eye. Mitch, you're on there as actor in Blind Eye. You're in my P1, the silent one. You're on there as an actor for that. So somewhere in there I made another Evan and kept adding to that and didn't add to the other one. So that one was that. Schulte has an IMDb page. He had one even before I put him on there. Because Peters has all his stuff on there,
Oh yeah.
and he had him as producer on the what was that Daily Show? He has him as producer on Teleport Tom, but like what did he call it? The Dailies or whatever.
Oh, dailies, yeah.
He had him as producer on that. So when I typed in Brad Schulte and
He was already there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
I
it
saw him
auto completed,
under-
I was like, oh
Yeah, under
That's kinda
Ryan's and the
cool.
one I want to make a movie.
yeah. There's like I when I looked to put Ryan on it, there were like it was to X. There was like 11 Ryan Peters. So it was kind of
Peters is
I mean,
pretty
it's
common
yeah, I was
last
gonna say
name.
it's a pretty common.
It
name.
is, but like I wasn't expecting there to be that many. I think our Ryan is Ryan XII or XI, but it's shit. But it's an interesting process. The software is not user friendly at all. It could be a lot better. And then they have to user approve, or their data collectors have to approve it, which depending on what it is takes forever. So like the Janitor took 20 minutes, but my P3 taking the edge off took a day or two.
So what I'm hearing is the Janitor is just the superior film.
Well, there's less that was put in it.
Right. Yeah.
Because like for that I had to put for Janitor I only had to put producer, director, cinematographer, writer,
Actors.
actors.
Yeah.
For taking the edge off, it was producer, director, editor, sound people, production design people,
Script
makeup,
girl.
costume,
Yeah.
script supervisors, actors.
You
Like-
say
That's a new
Script girl.
superhero.
script. I thought you said stripper girl, and I was like,
That would have made that movie a lot more interesting,
I was
more
like-
interesting than it already was.
could you imagine if there's just
It would've been a lot more
it's like a
popular.
requirement. Every set needs a stripper.
Emotional support.
Well, it is Point Park.
You never know with it. I mean, there's a lot of interesting things that I've seen made there. I mean,
With what some people wear nowadays, they basically are strippers.
all right, Noah. See you
Um,
objectifying people.
Hey,
But
I
yeah, I know-
that
I'm
I'm
just saying.
I know IMDb, the app itself is also pretty glitchy because there are times whenever I put in a rating or make a list, like a user list of like ranking certain things, and it'll just crash. But for the most part, it's pretty it's
It's
fine.
easy to navigate. So I mean, like,
I mean, yeah, we're there.
Yeah.
I know we tried to do it before. Like we talked about it. I don't know if you ever went through it
I
because it was very easy.
I think I
to like
started to
like, it
do
was
it, but then we just
easy-
kind of, you know,
it was easy to get it on there. Just adding
Yeah.
more stuff to it and organizing it the correct
Right.
way.
I don't-
like I hated so like if you clicked on it and it would say leads or like the top 3 actors, it would show me, Mitch, and George. So like
That's
me and
dumb.
Mitch is fine. But the way so I can't
I didn't know
s-
George was paid more than us.
So so the way IMDb does it with TV shows is you can't set the order. So like with a film, a short film or a feature or whatever, you can set the order in the thing. For TV shows, it goes off appearance. So in order to get Jake up there, I had to cut myself out of one because technically I'm an all 6 too, but I wanted Jake to be first.
yeah, you want to cut them out. Probably, what'd you do?
I cut
yourself
myself out of the first one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's fixed yet because it was still pending the final flush acting credits.
Yeah.
But so like in order to get that at the top, I had to cut myself out of one. And it's just I'm like, why can't I set the order anyway? It's
Yeah,
just-
it's kind of bizarre. Sure.
Kind of like our cinematic universe.
yes.
True. It kind of makes sense though, because
It does.
if there is, the lead actor is probably in the most episodes. Otherwise, it's not much a lead. But
Yeah,
but
so-
it makes sense.
So and then without anything, it orders by alphabetical. So then that was
That's kind of like Breaking Bad. Like Breaking Bad has Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, and I think, like every episode for the most part. So I don't. Jesse becomes before Walter, so would they? I don't know.
well.
if
So in
they're
the same
allowed
thing.
to
So I guess I
say
either
Walter,
forgot. I
'cause
either
he's the main
forgot
character.
to do it or didn't do it right. I'm still ahead of Jake, but Jake is now second.
Yeah, as long as.
So
it's
I'm
close,
C.
yeah.
He's W.
Right. That's why I say like I wonder with like Breaking Bad, for example, Walter White is W. So I wonder if he's not the first.
I feel like Breaking Bad had a little bit more of a budget to be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's
there's
what I mean.
but you
Range
can't
that.
set that order.
I feel like
There's
IMDb
no
could go
software
in and
way
do it.
in IMDb to say. I will look in a second. I'm
Yeah.
on it right now, but I wanted to make sure that I think Final Flush finally got through.
Hooray!
Let me double
But-
check. No, the actors are still not on Final Flush, and I do not know why.
Aside from IMDb stuff, we haven't really filmed anything in
No.
months because, there was obviously COVID and everything really screwed up what we wanted to do, and
So
Then-
Breaking Bad.
yeah.
So it's by actor name.
Oh, okay.
So Bryan Cranston
Oh, okay.
is a
that
C,
makes
and then
sense.
Aaron Paul is a P. So,
Okay.
but anyway, I just wanted to check that. Fact check. Fact checkers say.
But aside
COVID.
from films, we haven't really done anything.
As a group,
yeah, as a
like,
group, we've done a couple like personal things or whatever. Just like
We were in a really
Vacations.
solid flow,
yeah,
and then COVID kind of messed us up.
Yeah,
Right.
we were going strong.
we
with
were
the
going
We were, like, full
almost.
steam
We were
ahead,
going
full
almost
speed
too
ahead.
fast. But
It wasn't.
since
It wasn't
then-
high school pace, but it was like every other weekend we were filming something.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a good pace.
yeah, but since then, we've gotten new equipment that will make finishing what we didn't finish already of the film make those parts just drastically better
But
and
might-
totally different.
But might warrant a reshoot of the whole thing.
That's the point. So we might be reshooting pretty much everything that we had already
So
done.
Noah got a new camera.
We got a new camera,
it's a
new
mirrorless.
boom microphone.
So like it's a mirrorless and it shoots in RAW, so we can color correct correctly now.
Yeah.
So it looks. We did a little test. The Vita Boys half of this larger thing. There's a short film coming out with that, and it looks way too good for what the hell it's about. But it's color corrected nicely. We have a correct 2-stage audio setup now, with a zoom and a correct boom pole now. So that's all set up pretty well. The only thing that we're lacking in indie film setup is more lights. Honestly,
Lights
the audio
and then-
the audio is good quality. The camera is good quality. And I
lights
guess
and then,
acting.
like a pull focus. That's
Yeah,
about it.
a focus puller would be nice. And actors,
Bodies, yeah.
and
Yeah.
bodies to do
Well,
things.
and that's kind of what I was going to get to as well. As the reason that we haven't filmed is mainly been availability
and just we need a lot of people.
yeah, we've needed a
We have
lot
to
of people,
rewrite.
so that's kind of why we just decided, okay, we like what we did, but it's not going to work anymore. So we're gonna
We're gonna reevaluate the
rewrite
situation.
most of the scripts, not change it per se, but limit it to what we know we can do to finish it, to get it done. And
Now it wasn't. We didn't write it out of our like.
no, a pre-COVID thing, we
It'd be
probably would have done it easily.
done. It'd probably be done.
Maybe not easily, but with minimal hassle. Now
Yeah.
there would be just a lot of hassle. People are getting to be busy again, and they
Rules.
probably don't want to do a film at this
Well,
point.
that
They'd
and
rather
rules
just
and-
not.
Rules and regs and stuff with that now is kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
You have to get permission to film anywhere.
Yeah, like it's
There's
just
a lot of restrictions going back in place too with COVID.
Yeah, and
with the
we'll see how
dump.
that goes. It's whatever.
Who knows?
But yeah, that's the state of the janitor. It's kind of a bummer, but honestly, it's for the best.
It's
we
a-
wanted the janitor this new one to just blow the other ones out of the water when it comes to production value. And from what we did was already better. What we're going to do is going to be 5 times better than that. So
And
we're
we're
excited.
We're taking our time with it.
yeah, we're going
and
to take a lot of time, and we want to make it
we
right.
don't feel rushed.
no,
And
there's
the
not.
other
I don't
thing.
think that's the best part about
So
what
when
we do
will it
now.
come out? We have no clue. We'll figure that out.
So like, and the other thing was
2023 at
we
the
had
latest.
we had to reshoot stuff anyway because your basement changed, and
Yeah.
a lot of stuff was shot down here. So there was stuff that had to be changed
We
anyway.
can't CGI the.
We can't CGI the walls.
Well, I mean,
That's another thing we're missing is
we could eventually.
high grade
That's
CGI.
yeah. I mean, like, it's hard to change the lower paneling color from like wood to black in post. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, nah, we're not doing that.
yeah, that's just
Uh,
fix it in post. Go shoot yourself.
right. That's
Yeah.
the state, the current state of the BCU.
Yeah, I
we
can't.
might do some like short
Short.
films, like couple minutes maybe,
But
just
even
just
at
for fun.
even at that, it might be just Evan's stuff and us helping out on that.
Right.
I mean, I know you haven't done anything, but
like
stuff.
maybe I'll write something just for the hell of it, just to pop something out. But I don't know. I'd rather just
There's a lot of stuff
kinda
I
stick
have
to
I
the
could
podcast.
rework to be like a few minutes.
yeah.
I mean,
that would be great.
I want to do it because I want to get more experience with this audio setup and this camera setup.
Mhm.
Just to like, I want to look at it more,
Yeah.
more than just the DM director. Like, I want to look at it more in different situations, different lighting situations, different moving situations, different, just everything. Like, the DM director was very stationary, it was very rushed because our talent in that wasn't
Limited.
the acting kind and time limited. So I would like to do it with correct setup. I mean, not correct setup, but like our version of correct setup and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like I said,
And we have to get around everyone's schedules. Like, so
regardless of what it is, it's gonna be better.
yeah. So like, and we got to get around everyone's schedules. We're all seniors in college now. We're going into, what do they call us? Rising seniors. Is that what
Rising
we're called?
seniors, yeah.
So we're all that, and we're going back to school in a month. And I don't know if you guys have to do senior projects. I have no idea what communications has to do. Broadcast, multimedia.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
Well, that's a very fair point. I
They'll let
mean,
us know in October or April.
Mitch, do you know if you have to do one, or do you not have any idea? Like, do you have a senior project or something?
May?
Yeah, you.
No. Oh,
Yeah, you,
I don't
Mitch.
know. They'll probably let
For
me know.
being being in the
I thought you said Evan.
communications for being in the communications major, they don't tell us much.
no, he's
They don't
totally
communicate well with us. So.
That's
No.
kind
You
of
know what they
funny,
do
actually.
communicate?
They,
Not
the,
When payments are due.
payments. Oh yeah,
yeah,
I keep
when-
getting
yeah.
emails about that. What, August 15th, right? Or
Yeah.
Oh, mine's August 1st. First of the month.
Wait, you guys get emails?
True.
They send post-it notes.
Those-
on the forehead.
Yeah, they put post-it notes on their foreheads, and I have to
walk-
walk up to them physically and read their post-it notes.
hopefully it'll be better than last year where I didn't get a single email until like the Saturday before school started.
So I did.
I'm gonna have like 6 classes canceled. I'm taking 4. It's like what?
So I already.
You're
I
taking
had.
10.
Yeah.
I had a class canceled. I was supposed to take a summer class, and it just can't. It was canceled, and like there was only 3 people in the class who were wondering if it was going to get canceled, and me and this girl were in like the Schoology discussion board. Like, is there a class? Does it exist? And we never got an email that it got taken down. It just disappeared from our Schoology one day, and I emailed my counselor. I'm like, so is this like canceled?
So
and she's
what's
like,
up?
yeah, I guess it is. I mean, it's weird that you didn't get an email. I'm like, no, it's not weird. It's actually pretty normal for this place. And it was
And this was
Did
my
you say that?
no, I shoulda.
Damn.
this was my sophomore year, and we got, while I was looking at my schedule, it was like a week before school started, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, why does my schedule look different? And then one of my classes was disappeared. Yeah, no email or anything. Good thing I checked because better, at least I had a week in advance,
Yeah.
which still isn't a lot of time, but still.
I got an email from my my U.S. history teacher last week. So like that's actually good. I have that Ed Mina guy who you
he's
recommended.
pretty good. Yeah, he's
So,
really.
there's
I had him.
Hey, there's no
2
text. There's
semesters
no
ago.
textbook for the class. I don't care.
See,
I'm
that's
happy.
one of like the few examples that not just our school, but like any college in general sees us as a person rather than just a dollar sign.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's what schools are.
Well,
They see
so
you
like
as a
I can't
dollar
I can't
sign.
shit
It's
on
a
it.
bi- at the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah,
Well,
they-
so
And we're
get
their
this.
customer.
for sure.
So my school does this monthly payment plan where you could do 10, 9, or 8 month payments. So I do the 10 month because it's less. So I pay like right now without scholarships or anything is $2,900 a month. Some scholarships still need to kick in. So we have this new system. We have this new computer system.
Yeah.
Not computer system, but software that they're using for payments, scheduling, stuff like that. They've emailed me the past 3 years about, okay, sign up for your monthly payment plan. They've been like on my ass about it. This year, no email. So
It's free.
So June 30th, I decided to call. No, it was June 29th. June 29th, I call the Office of Financial Services,
Big difference.
and I say, hey, I usually get an email about the payment plan.
Did they say, about that and sent one right then and there?
Well,
They send you
no,
here's
they said,
25,000.
check your email.
They say, the application for the 10-month plan is due tomorrow. I said, there was no email sent out about that. She said, no, with this new system, we're not sending out emails.
So how are you supposed to know?
I said, what am I supposed to do? Guess. Well, with this new system,
See, I actually believe he said that.
Yeah,
Because he's a dick sometimes.
Did you?
I mean, something
In the-
along the
like a
lines. I'm
nicer
how
version.
am I supposed to know?
They probably paused for a minute and then they're probably, we don't
And
know.
they're like, well, maybe you should read the thing. I'm blind. Make them feel really bad.
Put it on there in Braille.
That's the ways they'll get you, though, because then they'll say, then you'll get hit with a late fee or something.
There was a 7-day grace period to apply.
Point Park actually is very nice about late fees. They do not give them very often. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but one of my checks got stuck up in Harrisburg or something like that because it's the way it goes through the bank or whatever. It got stuck up in Harrisburg for 3 months, and I didn't pay it till like November because it didn't get to Point Park till November from Harrisburg. It's a 4-hour drive.
They're already emailing me about the
You're
loans
like,
that
I
owe
will
next.
make that drive
May.
to pay this payment if I don't get doxxed.
Speaking of late, do you guys happen to remember? I think it happened with every school, and our high school, where whenever we were going into college, our transcripts never showed up to
Yeah,
the
I do remember that.
school.
So
And
like,
we got emails from like our
Yeah.
colleges saying, I think it was everywhere. It wasn't just our school. I don't think.
No, there's
so
a
I
lot of
don't
places.
remember because like when I went to go get the credit for video 2, they had everything like,
Yeah,
and I did that into like December of our first semester. So I don't know, mine wasn't fucked up.
I applied and got accepted like a year in advance. So I don't think I had that problem, but I remember a lot of people
But
did.
we were all
I got
accepted.
mine.
It was like the for our orientation they needed something or they needed transcripts from the
So
school
I-
and they didn't have ours or
So for orientation at Point Park, I went to 2 different. So another tour, like a regular one, and then,
Like a I'm committed tour.
well, no,
type of
my
thing.
boss knew someone who worked there, who I don't think works there anymore because I don't remember his name and I don't know where in the building I actually was, because I don't recognize. Like I think I go back and look at it, and I'm like, where the fuck was I? Because I know all the buildings now, and I have no
Yeah.
idea where it was. So I had a tour there. They set up everything for me then. So like a lot of my stuff was taken care of by the time
Yeah.
I got there. So I don't. It might have already been set up from that, but I really don't know.
Nah,
2 high
everything's
schools
just
and our high school and university are pretty they battled each other there for
Yeah, they
the
did.
dominance of who
True,
could
yeah.
communicate
suck
with them
more.
less. Yeah.
That's so true.
And you know what? The battle just keeps heightening every single year. It seems like
You
with
know,
more and more outlandish things that happen at both of them. I'm like,
I'll be
what?
honest. I think our college is winning the bad battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
I really
know-
do. There was a lot less controversial things.
Yeah,
that
like,
were,
like we
that
got
were
you
being
topped with
screwed
the
up in
hockey
high
thing,
school.
though.
Well, you have the
yeah,
pandemic.
He is right. Mitch is
What?
right about the hockey thing.
What
I
about
think
it?
we
That
topped
guy's-
you guys with the hockey.
That guy. Well, no. Oh, RMU hockey. I thought you were talking about the dude who was taking money from the Baldwin Ice team.
Oh no! Wait, what? When did that happen?
Apparently,
that was the coach.
Yeah, apparently that happened. I don't know the full thing
No,
about
it
it.
did.
but-
Is this
It
recently?
did.
No, when we were in high school.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
the
don't
coach
remember
got
that.
fired because he was like stealing money.
That
I
doesn't
think-
surprise
I think
me
he
in the
stole, like,
slightest. But
6 figures at least.
Jesus,
Obviously got caught, and
Yeah.
now he's
Well, no, RMU
Can.
hockey's back. So
it is because they were afraid of lawsuits. They
Yeah.
got $7 million in funding now.
not surprised. I mean, like the whole reasoning of we can't get funding is no, you don't want to go get it. The Penguins will
Right.
obviously. Did the Penguins give you a lot of that? Do you know
I don't know
if that like
because
I
I
don't know
know
if
that
that's
they
I
public.
think they got
mentioned-
enough
I think for
outside
the
stuff that the Penguins
higher
didn't even need
education,
to.
the official higher education provider of the
Well,
pens.
anyway, the Penguins would have given that.
Oh,
Like, there
yeah.
needs to be a D1 hockey team in this city.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And RMU's not even in the city, but like there needs to be one just because of the Penguins and how good they are and how that all works.
Mhm.
Well,
Like the
our-
Steelers will always have Pitt. No matter how bad
Right.
Pitt sucks, they will always have Pitt just because of the name, because of Marino and Tony
Oh,
Dorsett and
Pitt's never going anywhere.
that. Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like,
yeah.
so the Steelers will always have Pitt to like back and support and do that. The Penguins, RMU's there. Like Duquesne isn't good at hockey. Pitt's not good at hockey. So
The
and
only
Penn State's too far, but they're good. They're too far.
the only way they get rid of Pitt is Batman doesn't get that bomb out of the city because
We just got
Bane exploded.
we just got
Heinz
finished
Field, so.
watching Dark Knight Rises and Evan's blow up screen.
Noah's
so
kind of still riding that high from Dark Knight Rises.
that was kind of forced, but
What?
what you just did.
Forced. I made it happen.
Well,
I
see,
mean-
the thing is, Pitt has basketball.
I don't think Pitt's
Yeah.
filled up that stadium once.
Oh no!
They haven't
I
even-
mean,
no.
once
definitely.
at Heinz
See, that's the
Field.
thing.
Well,
Pitt
whenever
is not
Penn State
football.
comes in, that's a big game.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Pitt's
well, they're
not
not
football.
playing. Pitt and Penn State aren't playing each other.
So who
Anymore.
cried out this time?
Yeah,
Who
there
worked out
was
this
that.
time?
I
it
don't
was
know.
Penn
I don't
State,
follow
actually.
college.
Neither
Because
do
I don't feel
been
follow
both of
college
them.
really
Pitt
at all.
gets a lot of stuff with Penn State, so I don't see
I-
any benefit into Pitt saying I don't want to play Penn State.
True.
Penn State, they don't really care.
Wasn't
so
Pat Narduzzi
they had that
talking
3-year
about
deal.
retiring?
Yeah. Well, so no. Here's the deal with it is so when you can make your schedule in college. Penn State wants to get to the college football playoffs. If they want to play more teams that are good. If Pitt was better, like Penn State wants to play more ranked teams, I'd assume.
It just doesn't do anything for their.
Yeah.
No, it does
Standing.
nothing.
So but it's not gonna matter because Penn State's gonna go to Ohio State and get their ass kicked every single time they go
Right.
there because they can't win in Ohio State. So it doesn't really matter.
Are there any Pitt players in the NFL right now?
Yeah, Aaron Donald.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't
There's a
know that.
few. I
Larry
think.
Fitzgerald, he hasn't signed yet, but
Oh, the receiver on Cincinnati.
Wait.
Travis
Boyd.
Boyd.
Travis Boyd,
Tyler.
guy.
Tyler,
Boyd.
Who we traded? He
James
had
Conner.
leukemia?
Yeah, he's in Arizona.
James Conner. Yeah.
James
in Arizona.
Conner, yeah. He was Pitt, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a few other guys sprinkled throughout. I think one of the safeties on the Buccaneers is from Pitt. Whitehead. Penn
Antoine
State.
Whitehead Jr.
That's Antoine
There's-
Winfield you're thinking of.
Winfield.
I think there's another receiver too.
Godwin went to Penn State,
there was a tight end, I believe.
unless you're thinking of Freiermuth
The Ohio
from
State.
Penn
No, I
State.
think there was a tight end. Maybe he retired. Maybe there was a tight end. I don't know.
I can't
That
think of
reminds me
It's
of,
very heavy on defense. There's a lot of defensive guys from Pitt.
You know, that reminds me of Aaron Hernandez.
Harris Ford.
Yeah, Paris Ford, he just got drafted. I don't know by who, but
Cowboys.
Hmm.
You mentioned a tight end.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Aaron Hernandez. You know, he went to prison.
yeah.
We know
Yeah.
this one.
He went in as a tight end.
Yeah.
He left as a wide receiver.
Yep. Aaron Hernandez gone forever.
I would say bless up, but
Oh,
fuck.
LaShawn McCoy is another one.
Oh yeah, he went to Pitt. There was there was a nose tackle DT. I had him in Madden. That's how I know.
Of course you did.
Shit, he was on my Colts team too.
I have no clue.
That's how Mark knows all the NFL players.
That's how I know most of them.
That's how I know this draft class because we would do Madden franchises with this draft class imported.
Well, like I knew guys going in the 7th round. I knew undrafted free agents.
Yeah.
I was so familiar with this draft.
Oh,
Like,
what
I felt
about
like I knew every name.
Nate Peterman?
He's still in the league.
Nate Peterman is a legend.
He throws a very catchable ball.
To the other team.
It's just very catchable. Both teams can catch it.
Oh, that actually reminds me. I think the Browns posted this video of Baker throwing a pass to Odell Beckham Jr. and the pass was way behind him, but they didn't really like mention anything about that. And they're like, "Who is gonna stop this?" And someone like commented saying, "What the fuck is this highlight? Like this pass was terrible. If you look closely, the spiral is literally
Did
sideways."
you see the one with Lamar?
It looked like the ball got tipped.
Did you see the one with Lamar?
No.
Lamar threw this out route to Sammy Watkins, and it looked like Duck throwing a ball, and it was just horrible. And the internet buried him. And then like after that, the Ravens made a statement that like you're not, or Harbaugh, I think it was Harbaugh, made a statement like no one's allowed to record practice anymore, and like just this whole ordeal. I'm like, oh my god,
I think
Oh,
the Steelers
cry.
start on Thursday.
They do.
They do.
Steelers play Thursday. We play the Cowboys.
Oh, did you see the video of the
Who's gonna fucking
Browns
play?
kicker?
The Browns kicker. Who's their
Cody
kicker?
Parkey. He kept missing the at practice the other
Really?
day. He
Oh,
kept
well, it's Cody
missing.
Parkey.
I feel so bad for Cody Parkey.
But he had a good year last year.
I know. I
think.
feel so bad for him. Like the entire state of Illinois, the city of Chicago, they hate him so much.
Yeah.
The
For his
double doink. Double
Yeah.
doink.
Was he on the Bears?
Yeah, remember the double doink?
Bears.
When he hit both
Bears.
when he hit both crossbars in a playoff game to win? No, you don't remember that?
No.
Okay. Well, he did that. And then they held do you remember the thing they held after that, Evan? They after he missed, outside of the stadium, they had however long the field goal was, like 30 some yards. They set up goalposts outside the stadium, and any fan could come and try to kick that field goal. No one made it.
Really?
It was just a bunch of drunk Chicago Bears fans, but like a ton of people went to try to kick this field goal, and no
Yeah.
one made it. So it was kind of funny, but
I feel like I could do a little bit better than most of these kickers in the NFL.
yeah.
I would bet you your entire life.
I
revenue.
have a video in the vault of you kicking a field goal.
The
Kinda
ball
missed.
went in the air.
When
It was
this
minimal of a fraction of a second.
goes live, or you can insert this right here.
That's probably a lot of work.
Okay, so when this goes live, I will post on the Twitter that video of you trying to kick the field goal.
Deal.
You will be disappointed in A, the distance the field goal went, and B, your size difference from high school.
You could put a
Had to throw that
caption.
in there, huh?
You could put a caption that says "Football season is back."
Yep. That's gonna be it.
That would be cool.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Football season's back with a blind booter.
The blind booter.
The blind side.
boot.
The blind side, exactly.
Oh, that could be a film.
The blind side.
Mitch is
Mitch
a
is an
blind
offensive
guy who
lineman.
makes it to the freaking NFL.
Well, there was a blind guy in college football.
Partially, right? Or
I
was
forget. I just remember he was visually impaired and he was a long snapper.
No, Mitch is he's an edge rusher.
I think it was Nebraska.
We somehow remake the blind side with
The Blind
Sandra
Side
Bullock.
movie, except you're an offensive lineman who's actually blind.
Yeah.
No, he's got to be a defensive end.
Or
Like, he just
quarterback.
gets called for hitting the quarterback late all the time.
or actual quarterback?
Did he throw it? I didn't even know. It's bullshit. How you gonna flag me on that?
You know that scene
Or he
in,
could just be a ref, so
in the
someone
Bli-
can
have
yell,
you guys
"Ref, are
seen
you
The Blind
blind?"
Side?
Yes.
I've never
Do you
seen
know
The
that
Blind
scene
Side.
where Michael Orr's taking he keeps pushing him back.
Does
Why'd you keep
remember when he
pushing him
throws
back?
Him over the doesn't he throw him over the
Yeah,
fence?
it was time for them to go home. The coach asks me, "Why'd you keep running?" "Well, I didn't see the lines on the field goal." We could do this.
We could.
We could, but
we
like,
just don't have football equipment to make it useful.
You can film up at the high school. Out there.
Exactly. We have a field.
We have the field. We don't have
You run through
A
the
helmet.
band and you
we also don't have time. I don't know with what time.
I start kicking over drums and
The
trombones.
then the announcer's like, he's at the 30, he's at the 25, he's at the 20. Oh, he's in the sidelines. He's knocking over the
He's in the band section. He's in the
knocking
student section.
cheerleaders over.
That'd be good as like a 30 second short.
What?
Yeah, that.
Like a minute or two.
Yeah, like a minute or two. Football's back, baby.
You get
That's
this
what it is.
dramatic. This is for the to clinch the playoffs. We have to use our secret weapon. He's like a running back or a fullback or something, and they throw him in. He's going. Oh, he took out he took out the cheerleading. What's that? The
he
tower
just
they
ran
make.
into the Gatorade
The
water jug.
The cheerleader pyramid. Yeah, he runs in the middle of it. They all fall down.
It's like
It's domino effect. That's
it's
what
like
it's called.
in Forrest Gump when he's running and the whole sideline's pointing, "Go that way!" Or
He must be the stupidest son of a bitch on the face of the earth, but he sure is blind.
It'll be like Scott Sterling, but instead of getting nailed in the head, it's just a blind guy playing sports.
or crop your head on Odell Beckham when he makes that catch in the
Oh
air.
yeah. No, I can imagine now. On this episode of Blind Man Sports, our blind man will attempt a field goal.
No, we just gotta name himself like Blind Barry or something.
I like that. Blind Barry.
Yeah.
Make it like an
Blind
old
Bob.
a parody of like a.
Yeah,
That's
I think
too
that's too
simple.
easy.
Blind Barry.
Make it a parody of like a
Blind Bartholomew?
1920s football game, like where they're wearing the leather
Leather
helmets
helmets.
and stuff.
Oh yeah,
And
we
he's
do
like
that.
running really fast, like the footage is like sped up, and
Yeah.
like the legends
Obviously
called him the
overcranked.
blind man or the blind slinger or
Oh my
something.
god! Yeah, like get
Barry.
like R.I.P. But like the NFL Films dude, whatever his name was, I forget. He died, but
Get the classic
the
music.
guy who voiced
We
it,
make a
and then the
school
like
of
the
Hard
NFL
Knocks.
music.
Hard Knocks, yeah. I was gonna do that in high school.
Hard Knock Life. Or
Hard
whatever.
Knocks
Teachers.
Teachers edition.
Didn't
That's
Schulte?
right. I forgot.
They were
about
gonna
that.
show them getting like cut and stuff
Didn't
or getting
Schulte tell
traded.
you not to do that? Like, wasn't that going to be through the announcements?
Yes, Schulte didn't think it would.
Sneak peek.
He didn't. I forget what led to it. I mean, that was almost. I can't believe that's been 4 years.
Yeah.
But something happened
Maybe
where I
we-
was gonna do it, and he just didn't think
He was
other
like, "Eh."
teachers would do
Yeah.
it or be happy about it, like showing a teacher getting traded to another school or
I think that's
substitute.
hilarious.
a substitute
Like-
being first in the depth
Jesus,
chart.
that didn't go with me. Like, I think that's hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
just the idea that like when we did all those fake tweets about like Woodland Hills trades a first round pick for I don't know
Our soda
math
machine.
teacher and or like the teacher draft like that's where the whole teacher draft video came from. Like it was a bad video. It was meh, but the idea was funny. It
Yeah.
was funny to us at least. Me and
Remember
Evan.
Assassins?
Me and Evan. It was funny to me and Evan.
Yes,
The
assassins.
water gun thing. Do they still do that
Yes.
With teachers.
with teachers? Can you imagine Schulte and Ross?
He's waiting outside his room for the bell to ring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you, you motherfucker.
He has the door shut. No one go outside. Why? You see Ross outside with the water gun.
He's in a ghillie suit
That
in the
takes
parking lot.
That takes the bell. The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss
do,
you to
yeah.
a whole nother level because he's like, you stay
He's
in
scared
this room.
though.
There
No,
is
don't
a,
open the door.
Like Ross, so the pool parking lot, you know how there's like the small woods. He's out there in a ghillie suit right next to the generator where we filmed
He's
that
on the
teaser
roof.
with the
He's on the roof.
He's on the roof,
Sniping.
sniper rifle,
Barrett
water
50
gun,
cal
water
water
gun, just this big thing of water. Nerf super soaker.
Ross gets him back for that box prank when I was in the box.
I want to put that on the internet. I wonder if we can put that on the internet now that he's retired.
It is on the internet.
Is it?
It's in one of Peter's videos.
It is.
Yes. I can send the video to
Wait,
you.
which one?
Which one?
It was one of his daily videos.
Huh. Interesting.
I can
I
send
did not
it to
know
you.
that.
What's that?
I didn't know that.
He made one of our trip to WTAE. and then
Really?
one of our cruise giving that year.
Did he really?
Are they on YouTube?
Yes.
Why have we never watched these?
Yeah, I've never watched.
I don't
them
remember
either.
these. So the kid in that video, the prank video, I see him all the time. He works at Busy Beaver down the street from me. I don't know his name. I forget his name. But the kid who opened the box.
Addie knows him. I can't think of his name.
Zach.
I know who it is. I forget his name.
Yeah, he works at the Busy Beaver down the street.
He was
from me.
always in that wood shop room though,
Yeah.
with Quinn.
We were pissed because
What?
he kind of ruined the
Who
prank.
was that?
Huh?
Quinn.
Quinn.
Did you ever hear him speak?
Yeah, he had him for class.
Yeah, I did.
And he was the only one to talk to him because he was the only white kid in the class.
That's not
Can we
true
put
at
that
all.
on the
There's-
internet.
That's what you told me. You told me they were all Indian kids.
No,
Oh.
no. I said they were the only people who did stuff in the class.
Oh.
We didn't. do
Oops. So they were the smart ones.
What did he sound like when he talked?
like a normal guy. That's why I'm confused.
Not Beaker?
Huh?
Not Beaker?
No, I think you're getting Mr. Quinn wrong.
Well, Jake, I don't know.
That sounds nothing like him
We,
at
uh,
all.
I don't know where that impersonation came
Like,
from, but I
Well,
love
it came from the Baldwin Effect video, where we went the video where we went back and no one remembered us.
Yeah.
And where
No,
we went
that's
down
like-
going Quinn, and then we're like, wait, did we even have Quinn? Then after that, that sparked a whole not controversy, a discussion of what did he sound like? We never heard him talk.
I
and
never
then-
I never heard
No,
him talk.
like that's about as accurate as Mitch's Trump impersonation. It's just
But we just made up a theory, like, wouldn't it be funny? He's this guy who looks like he's a tough woodshop teacher. He just says it like has like a Beaker voice.
You know, it might be a interesting thing. Well, first, I don't have the book. That's a shame. That the book's not going to make it for season 2.
oh shit.
The quote
question
book, the question book.
Oh, you got to bring a question. Look one up.
I will look one up.
Well,
but,
that's how we'll close this podcast.
So that, and then I also had the idea maybe stealing it from another podcast, doing Mad Libs. That could maybe be funny. But another idea would be we find some old scripts that we're never gonna make a video, and we do a script read.
That would be cool. Like if we did.
So like the dean's list, like we'll never be able to make that, just because
I don't know.
It still might happen.
Okay, you get me the money and we'll make it.
Wait,
but
which dean's list?
The one with we'd have to spend a lot of money to do the back end part.
Oh, okay.
That one.
But there's a few versions.
Okay, well the crazier one. It'd be
maybe.
very hard. We would need a lot of money and a lot of time.
Maybe. Okay.
I think that. I mean, personally, my producing majorness and me tells me.
Did they look at it or?
No, I mean, but like we could do a script read on here of that. I think that'd be funny. I would
Do
like
the
to script
janitor
read.
that never was.
I have some of them.
You
I
remember
have
the one-
Did I
no,
send you the
have
screenshots of those? Some of them.
I
or-
have the BCU versus Loser Club script PDF'd on my hard drive.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
That was disgusting.
I hope that they get picked up.
Who was that?
Half of this podcast is gonna be Mark burping, Mitch coughing, me probably like scratching my head or something like that at what's going on.
I apologize for
Mitch
everyone
like
that heard
eating the
that.
microphone,
I think-
Mark fucking kissing it.
I think
Well, we
need
didn't
to
do a
be-
Sheets run, so I have to
I
eat
think
something.
we need to be NPR radio for the rest of the podcast. But no, anyway, we could do script
You mean
reads, and
ASMR?
I think that maybe. I think that BCU versus Loser Club would be the first one we should read
Sure.
because
Is
all
that
our
you
the
have both
full one?
parts?
You had the full.
I have the whole thing,
Okay.
and there's like because there's that one part that we like. How the fuck are we gonna do this?
Oh,
That's a tease. That's
Yeah.
a tease for the next episode to come
That's
back.
the summary of a
Tease
lot
for
of
me.
scripts.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, so they're like that's also the fun part.
that
You're
the atrium?
stupid. Yes,
Okay.
you're stupid and don't remember this shit.
Wait, that's the summary for a lot of scripts. How the hell are we gonna do this?
What, the atrium part?
Anything, any scripts that don't get made, like when parts in them, like
Oh,
we
that.
imagine we have this like
Yeah.
multi-million-dollar
yeah,
budget.
We're like,
but
oh,
we
we can
don't.
fake this somehow. Yeah. Yeah, we can fake this
Like, we
part.
don't even know how to fight each other,
Yeah.
and half of the shit we do is action.
All right, you guys create content. I'm gonna find a pick question.
No, we'll just sit.
Do
in
we want to plug?
silence.
How about you plug the website?
Yeah, plug some stuff, Noah.
We have an awesome website that you're not plugging. We have some awesome merch. We have Vita Boys stuff. You want to talk
Media.
about some
Yeah,
of
we
our
do have
Vita
some
Boys
Vita
content?
Boys merch now that has actually shifted the store since the last time. The website link is vitaboys vitabois.store.
I just generated this question. The random question is, what is your middle name? How is that like a good conversation starter? Like, what the fuck?
No, you got to do like hard ones.
I
like,
know, but
hard
like
questions.
this one, like okay, this website sucks. Conversationstarters.com, you suck.
Patrick, by the way.
Other little plugs. We have the BCU website, the BCU.net.
Okay,
You can go
wow,
check
I
out
just
some articles and everything in there.
I guessed I haven't been on Celltext in a good bit. In this, I got a new phone and I downloaded it on here. I forgot my passwords and stuff. Like I didn't even try to go on Celltext. I put in my email and guessed the password. It was right. So I have some scripts on here.
That'll be interesting.
Let me see.
We'll have some fun with that.
Baldwin East Part 1, Baldwin East Part 2, and Criminal Punishments.
I don't even know.
Let's talk about that after, because I don't remember that one.
But we'll read that. We'll leave that as a tease.
Yeah.
I'm
Criminal
looking at it
Punishment.
now, and it is a video we made.
Oh, it is?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I
What
have
is
an
it
idea what you're
titled
talking
now?
about. Is it?
I have no
Criminal Punishments.
clue.
Is it the coin?
What's a great
The
place?
coin never lies?
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of. Teacher Squad.
Yeah.
Oh.
I couldn't think of the name of it.
Oh,
Instead of
yeah.
the SWAT, like the SWAT team thing.
That video where you bashed your head off the.
Oh, that hurts so bad.
That's probably my favorite.
That's the
blooper.
only part of the video I remember.
That's the part I don't remember.
I
I
wonder
crushed
why.
my head.
Wait,
I'm telling you, I think I still have a little bit of CTE from that. I've
in
never
the
been
video,
same.
I don't think we still called it, instead of, I have it in parentheses, instead of SWAT, it's BWAT.
Baldwin Whitehall.
Blat.
What? Yeah, BW, like,
Oh, gotcha.
Baldwin Whitehall. Baldwin Whitehall assault team.
Attacking teachers.
Attack on teachers.
Baldwin Whitehall attack teachers.
Baldwin Whitehall assault team. That could be a new thing in 2020 or 2021.
It's like old school America's Funniest Home Videos when birds attack, but it's when teachers attack. You know what I'm talking
When
about?
Mars attacks.
That's a great movie.
All right, Mark, you got a question?
I do.
All right.
I have a website, but I got to get through and find like good one.
Damn it.
Do you think we could get it before Wednesday or?
Yeah. What? This one's funny. I just thought of something funny with this. So I don't want to do this one, but what's the biggest misstep you ever taken? I don't know. The one that when I missed the stairs and fell over.
What about?
I'll see myself out.
When you were filming Hydra.
That wasn't my fault. That was the tree's
The
fault.
biggest misstep, like literal misstep, or
Well,
like,
that's how I'm taking it. Literal misstep. The time I skipped a step, it fell on my face.
Okay, literal. I have no fucking clue. I don't know. Do you guys have any big missteps where you done?
I fell
goof?
down like 5 stairs at school.
Okay, not literally.
You're blind though.
Did you?
Not literally.
Yeah, not a
Doing this
literal
podcast.
missing of step. Okay, that's true. Ouch.
being here.
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
really don't know.
I
I
don't really
mean,
have that many big of regrets in my life,
Same here. Like I can't.
honestly.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No
baby.
regrets. No regurgitations.
let me think.
Well, Mitch, I don't know about that from you.
No, not me. That's more of a Cam thing.
Yeah, I have no I'm sure we could get into the nitty gritty, like the detailed stuff.
I'd have to like sit here and really think about it.
I got a few off the top of my head, but they don't need to be discussed on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need to be discussed here.
They could be a
All right, find a question. I'm sitting
trying.
here
mature
I'm
audience.
trying. These all.
Silence,
I'm
dude.
trying.
That
These all
Bo
fucking suck.
Burnham song is stuck in my head.
These all fucking suck. I missed the book. The book was good.
The book is good.
Baby shark.
What was the book?
What's that?
It was a book we bought at Barnes and Noble. It
was
just
like
101 random.
3,000.
Yeah, it was like 3,000.
That was for our North
It was gonna be for our
trip.
Carolina trip. We were just gonna read questions.
Hey, we could do it for this year's to Columbus.
Columbi.
We'll have to vlog that.
We will. Give me a minute. I'm trying to figure this the fuck out. I'm just trying to.
You are superty duperty excused.
Thanks, buddy.
You're so welcome.
We're really scratching the surface for content.
All right. Here.
Yeah,
Okay.
finally.
I got two. I got
2
two.
hours later, Mark
How about you
finally
pick
has
one?
2.
Okay.
Nah.
Here we go.
We'll go.
All right. You ready? So the first one, I don't know if this will be able to everyone will be able to answer it. So that's why I got 2. So the first one is, what is the most untrue thing you've been able to convince people that is true?
Oh, that's easy for me. I used to go to Ice Castle when
I
I
love
was
this
younger,
story.
and I'm really good at air hockey. They had like a free skate thing, like where you could just show up, pay $5 or whatever, and you could skate on the ice rink. But outside the ice rink, they had an air hockey table and an arcade, and I'm good at air hockey. Like, for no reason, I am good.
Your biggest trait is being good at the dumbest things.
Yeah, I'm really good at the most stupid sports, if you want to call it that. And so I would play a buddy or something like that, destroy them in air hockey, and then people around would kind of like walk up and want to play after or whatever. They'd be like, hey, you want to play me? I don't have anyone to play. Sure, you pay for the game and I'll play you, and then no one wants to play. But I would tell people that I traveled to Canada and played in air hockey tournaments, and I'm like kind of a phenom at air hockey, and people believed me.
Because no one could beat you.
Because no one could beat me, so everyone paid for my game, and I always got to play for free against these random people, and I would destroy them. Games were to 7. Closest anyone got to me was like 7-3. I have no idea why. When I was younger, total phenom compared to anyone else. So that's
Impressive.
mine. What was the question again?
What was the second part of the question?
So something that's not true that you've been able to convince people was true.
Okay, and
like
you
something-
said there were 2 questions, or is that?
That's
I
the
just
one
because I couldn't
question.
think of anything instantly, so that's why I said I have another one just in case no one else can think of anything instantly.
Something that
something that
isn't
isn't true that you convinced someone is.
Well, in my senior year of high school, I made a fake tweet saying that the cast of Jumanji was showing up to our school.
Everyone believed that Kevin Hart was coming to our school.
And
I don't
Jack
know about
Black
that.
and The Rock, they were all going to be there.
I don't know about that, but yes, someone did.
I made a this.
I was so disappointed.
So this was right before Christmas break, and we had
did a lot of these
every
fake tweets.
like before our last day before we went off to break. We always had like a pep rally type assembly in the auditorium, and I made a fake tweet that said something along the lines of, I made the account say like Jumanji the movie, and it was like by, I think Sony Pictures made it, and I made it like really official, and it said, "Thank you, Baldwin, for letting us show you a special preview of the Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle this Friday in the auditorium." And it looks fake. I mean, why would they come to our school, like the cast and stuff?
Yeah, like Drake Bell left. He didn't want
So-
to come here.
I sent it as a group
Didn't
chat.
know about it.
I sent it in a group chat with our class, and I think most people in the chat kind of were like, okay.
Well, this
but there was
this wouldn't be the first time you've done this. So,
Yeah.
like, some people eventually caught on.
But however, I found out that morning I didn't say anything. I kind of let it play out. This was maybe the assembly was going to be Friday. I think I did this like Wednesday, and I sent out the tweet on I sent it in the group chat, and there were like 3 people that believed it.
Like hardcore.
But they didn't. It wasn't just them. They sent it to other people. They told other classes, and it was like Thursday or something, or right before or the morning of the
People
assembly.
believed anything
and
that came out of that video room.
I
It's like we had a
told-
higher authority on everyone.
I told the class it was fake, and someone in my class was like, "Are you kidding me? I sent that to like 3 of my different classes I have a group chat with," and so we went to So I don't know how. I mean, up until the assembly, it was really going that it was that it was going to happen, and we even were asking people around the school, like, "Hey, what is today?" Like, "Oh, Jumanji's in the they're coming to
That's right.
coming to
Oh,
the
I
show." And then
remember.
Harold.
I forget who I was sitting next to in the auditorium because I was recording it and I was kind of like at the top.
We
And
were
I-
on
and
opposite
yeah,
ends.
so,
I
like,
remember I was
right,
on the
I
bleachers.
think I was
so
by
how we
myself.
set it up is we all would get out of
Like,
like
we
eighth
took a
period
camera.
and we'd all take a camera and
like
we'd all
leave
like
15 minutes,
No.
20 minutes.
and we'd
Now-
all get a different angle, like 4 different
I
angles of the
actually,
thing.
I don't know why.
still
all
have a
of a
lot of
sudden
it.
I remember this now, but there was a kid sitting in front of me that said, "What happened to the Jumanji trailer?" or whatever. I swear to God, they're like they were so. And
No.
I just burst
It was
out laughing.
it was funny now. But in all seriousness, I was nervous. Like, I'm like, am I gonna get like just suspended or something for saying Jumanji's coming to the school? So I went to Dr. Harold, who runs all of the assemblies
Yeah.
and stuff, and I went up to him like at the end of the day. I was like kind of a little bit nervous. I told him, I'm like, I don't know if anyone else has told you that or if you heard this, but I made this. And then he's like, "That was you that made that." He said, he's like, "I've been getting asked about this all day." Like, he laughed about it. He laughed about it, but it was just pretty,
Oh no, he said at the beginning of the assembly, he says Jumanji is not coming. You remember that?
vaguely, yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
So
Oh, at
we-
the end of, really quick, before I just remembered this, at the end of the assembly, they said, I don't know I doubt they had anything if they knew about this, but they were like, "We have a special guest."
Oh, that's right.
And everyone's like, and it was Santa, like it was Mr. It was one of the, was it like Mr. Crichton is
Yeah, something
Santa or
like that.
something? Yeah. Kevin Hart or The Rock. But what were you
So,
gonna say,
I
Mark?
mean, that got around.
yeah, that one got around. So I was gonna say I don't have one for me, but I have another one for you. The donuts.
Oh yeah, the senior prank.
You can tell
I
it.
went to. This was right before we graduated, like
was
our
like-
last few days of.
It was like late April, early May.
Yeah, I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I was just thinking, it'd be funny if I bought a bunch of donuts, Just set him on the table in our video room and see what happens. And
I love
the
Evan's
only,
social experiments. They're great.
and the only person I told was Schulte beforehand. I said, I'll put these on the table, let them have them, and then maybe tell Mr. Ross come in like near the end of the period and say that those were for his robotics club. So I put them in there, and I was just waiting. I was pretending like I was working at the computer, just waiting for him to come into the room, and then that was another one. But people kind of got mad at Ross. They blamed him for putting. They questioned why he'd put donuts in
like in the
for
video
robotics
room,
club, but
yeah.
it was pretty funny. I think I didn't hear what he said, but
Jake had like 2 or 3.
I had like half of
they
them.
were gone. They were.
were
I think I
gone.
got.
Oh, were they?
Oh, okay, granted, so it was what, like probably a dozen?
Yeah, I guess
It was
that's
2
fair.
boxes.
2
but I
boxes,
think-
so 20, and there was like 20 kids in that class, and Jake probably had like 4. So.
But no, they weren't. I fit them in my backpack, so they were 2 boxes of 6. So they were
Okay.
A dozen.
dozen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, 20 kids in that class,
Yeah.
or however many there were. It was a lot of us.
I think Ross said something along the lines. He went in the back room and he looked at them. He said something.
I remember the.
I
fear
wasn't
in
back
some
there
people's
though
eyes,
because
yeah.
I would have started laughing. But
It was my week to do the announcements. I remember the fear in some people's eyes when people had fear in their eyes when he walked anywhere near them. But
didn't
was
he
a
give
different
off?
fear.
I think Schulte told me. I vaguely remember. Did he come in and he basically gave? He didn't say much. Like he just looked like broken on the inside.
He looked like his soul exited his body and was like, "Well, that was for robotics club."
Didn't he say like I'll remember this or?
Something like that.
Some Ross line.
You got
Like,
anything, Mitch?
No,
Nothing.
nothing I could say on air.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Do you remember the
That's funny.
We convinced them that they got a Mr. Ross got a package, but it wasn't a package. It was
that's
you.
true.
It was
Yeah.
you.
So
We convinced.
I came
You've
in early
convinced
for
us that
this.
you've been blind for 21 years.
Very true. So I came in early, and there was this like big Yamaha box that I guess a piano came in or so,
Or a
keyboard.
speaker or something.
Yeah. And so Schulte put me in the box, closed it up, and I had a camera going, and there was a camera hidden in the room. And we made it sound like there was a box for Mr. Ross. Like, we made this legit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Schulte called down to the office and made them say, Mr. Ross called down to the office.
We had a custodian in on it.
Had a
Or,
custodian,
manage. I don't even know what
Yeah.
it was.
And when Schulte said the keyword, I jumped out of the box and scared the shit out of Ross.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was good.
Yep. At
can't-
that point, you could fit in a box.
I'm sure I could now, just to...
We're not
larger
fat.
box.
We're not fat shaming. We're Mitch shaming.
Yes.
Correct.
There's a difference.
I have another one.
You do.
I was thinking, and you guys,
like a whole book.
and you'll remember it. Whenever I convinced the school that I interviewed Nicolas Cage,
That was pretty funny.
Yes.
and it's not a lot of people. I hope thought it was fake, and the ones who watched the morning announcements, they thought it was funny. Not much to really. It was a short video,
Yeah.
but
There were a couple that believed it.
We had these RGB lights in the studio, and whatever the interview Nick Cage was doing, for some reason there was purple backlights. So Evan just made the interview backlit purple, so
Yeah.
it looked the same, and it was kind of good.
yeah, and I tried to get responses, or questions and responses that kind of related to what I
What he was
asked.
saying.
Yeah, you like
So
cut
what
the
have you been
question of the
working on?
interview.
Dunkirk. I
Yeah.
love Dunkirk.
But that was a pretty funny one because I told there was someone who didn't watch the morning announcements, one of my teachers, and the student was like, I saw your interview with Nick Cage this morning, and the teacher just looked at him like, what? Wait, you interviewed Nick Cage? And
He was like, watch
I'm
the
like,
announcements.
yeah, I was like, yeah, I interviewed him. He said, wait, now I want to see this. One of my teachers also, it was early in the morning. It might have been the next period. He comes in and goes, Nicolas Cage was on campus, everyone. Did you see him?
Did you watch the announcements? We're going to pull it up. We're going to watch it on the speaker.
Nicolas Cage, he's on campus.
Oh man.
How about that Supreme Court case?
Yeah, big
What's
case.
your next question, Mark?
My next question. This one I think could be a good story.
We'll wrap it up after.
We'll wrap
this
it up
one.
after this one. Yeah. So this one I think would be really good because 3 of us go to school in downtown Pittsburgh. What is the most interesting conversation you've eavesdropped on?
Well, I mean, I haven't been there in a year and a half, and I forget everything prior to COVID.
I have a good
I
one.
know
but
Evan
I'll
has
wait.
one. I gotta think. Go tell it. I gotta think.
I mean, I don't know if this is the most interesting, but someone came up to this girl that was sitting behind me and asked her specifically for weed money, and she didn't understand him properly, and she just got up and walked away with him, and I was like, what's going on? Is this lady just totally cool with this drug deal that's about to happen? I guess so.
So you didn't have to partake in the conversation. You just had to hear what
Just
was
listen
going
in,
on.
yeah.
I have
Like you're walking by and you hear a conversation. Like, what the fuck?
I have two. One's a quick one
You live
about.
such a much more interesting life than us.
I have one that was in high school. It was right before Thanksgiving break, and we were in a math class. It was an honors class. We were preparing for our a test coming up, and we were given the period to. We were given the period. Mitch knows what it is.
Okay.
We were given the period to work on, like a review sheet or something, and the teacher, he was like giving this whole series. Like, he was really concerned. Like, hey, if you guys need help, let me know. This period, we're just going to be working on this, and you can ask questions if you need to. I'll be at my desk. So we're working, and a student raises their hand that sits right behind me, and the teacher walks up to the student, and I can't really hear what the student is saying, but all that I hear is the teacher respond with, "No, you don't stuff mashed potatoes in the bird." So he had a question, and I guess that was it. I mean, but the funnier one, it was it's subjectively funnier. I was on the bus. I take the bus to school, and
I know this one.
and this guy brings this. It was a big pit bull. He brought him on the bus, and he strapped a service dog harness on him. It was clearly not a service dog. Something that they probably bought on like Amazon or something, and you could tell the bus driver was like upset. I mean, clearly he doesn't want a big pit bull on the bus. And this guy, he dragged the dog on the bus. Like, it didn't want to come on. It was really hesitant to come on the bus. So the guy's like pulling its collar. He like kicks it to get on the kicks it to sit on the bus. The bus driver does a double take. He looks at it, and like he sees this massive. It wasn't just a pit bull. It looked like a pit bull, maybe in like a lab mix. It was a big dog.
Yeah.
And it sat right as people walked in. It sat on one of those seats, and so the bus driver, he's clearly not too happy that now the passengers, when they get on, they have to go around this big dog sitting by the seats. So I'm standing actually by the front. I sometimes just stood and waited, and then I just walked off. Just
Quick exit.
Stood held onto the railing, and I hear behind me the guy talking with someone else. He's like, "Oh man," he's like, he was talking about, "Oh, this is like the nicest dog I've ever had," and he said the only time it's ever shown any aggression, he said, he said, "It's so nice that there was another dog. It came up behind him at the 7-Eleven and started attacking him, but the dog, he didn't want to attack him. He wanted to play, and it was he's too nice to attack another dog." He said the only time this dog has ever shown aggression is whenever it smells the evil in a woman." And so it doesn't end there. The guy asked him, "Oh man, he got attacked by another dog." He said, "Yeah, it was another pit bull." The other guy didn't know his dog was a pit bull. This guy's dog was a pit bull. He's like, "Man, they should get away with those pit bulls." And this offended the other guy. He's like, "Wait, why should they get rid of pit bulls?" He said, "Man, they're the ones that are on the street. They're attacking people and they're attacking kids. You read about them on the news." He said, "No, the only time that pit bulls attack people is when the owners feed it gunpowder. And the guy's like, gunpowder? I've never heard them feed pit bull gunpowder. And I look up at the bus driver. He looks at me and he just shakes his head. That was one of the most... I was trying not to laugh because it was just one of the most off-the-wall conversations I've heard someone talk about. I've also heard a conversation about someone. You could just make a bus podcast,
Yeah,
public transportation.
Public transportation.
Or just
talk.
walking around like. So I was. Granted, it was late at night, so that was probably a mistake on my part. But so I was on. I think it was Wood Street. Yeah, I was walking on Wood Street over by the Playhouse. You know that 7-Eleven that plays the classical music to keep the homeless people away.
Yeah.
I'm walking over there with my one buddy. I forget why we were walking it so late. It was like 11:30, 12. And I guess a breakup just happened in front of us. We don't know because we were walking back. So we walked past them. And this girl books it back the other way. Jumps like ass in the face of this dude. Like really high up. And he goes, I want you to fuck me in the ass so hard. And they start making out. And we turn around. We're like, what the fuck just happened? And it's just this big event. And they're like yelling at each other. And like,
Yeah.
it was very weird. That's the first one I can think of.
I was walking outside of a
Downtown Pittsburgh's a weird place.
It's not really a eavesdropping conversation. It's more of one that I walked past at the at a store downtown that sells comics and movies. And I was walking into the store, and there was a guy standing outside on the phone with someone. I think he might have had a bag of, maybe he was trying to trade stuff in, but he was on the phone with the guy. He clearly wasn't happy. The only thing that I heard him say was like, nah, man, they were trying to just sell me Nicolas Cage shit.
You jumped all over that.
He was, that's all I heard. And then I went in. That made my day, though.
How hard did you have to try not to laugh at that?
It was one of the first things. That was like my freshman year of college, first semester. I was walking to the store, and I was about to go in, and that's the first thing I hear. He's
trying to
talking.
sell me Nicolas Cage shit.
Well, when I was
So
in
I was
Maryland-
walking at college one time, and all I heard was when I walked past this this crowd of kids was, man, Nixon really fucked us with them Dred Scott acts.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah. When I was when I was in Maryland this 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, it was right after the Baltimore Orioles game in Camden Yards. We're walking back to our car, and there's this dude on the same side of the street talking on his phone, and he specifically says, like, he's talking, he goes, I'm 30. I should be pregnant right now. He goes, I should be married, and I should be pregnant. I should be having a kid. I should be 6 months in. And I'm like, you should be pregnant.
I mean, he could have been telling a story.
No,
quoting somebody.
No. Like, he was like, you could tell he was like out of a breakup or something like that. And he was like, that he should be pregnant. I was like, okay. What's going on here?
Well, I mean, there are surgeries for that.
He didn't have it.
Have you ever seen the movie Junior with Schwarzenegger?
No.
He gets pregnant in it.
What other fucking dumb movies is he in?
Yeah, a lot in like the 90s.
Kindergarten Cop.
Let's call it.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
2:16.
Yeah,
I
thanks
do have
for
to work
shooting-
tomorrow.
Yeah,
This-
thank you.
You have to work today.
Yeah, actually, I gotta work
What time do you have to be up?
at 7:30.
Oof.
So 5 hours.
Well, I
Good
guess
luck.
this concludes the season 2 premiere of the BCU podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take care and stuff
stay-
the mashed potatoes in the bird.
But no, you don't stuff the mashed potatoes in the bird.
And stay tuned. Little teaser for the next episode. We might have a legend joining us. So stay tuned.
See you next time.